everybody. Good morning, even. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the chicken thing. June update is coming, and rather than read through the patch notes like everyone else has done, I thought what we'd do is we'd have put up a little video of a rather sweaty kamikaze game I had the other day. And we'll talk about a bunch of things that I want to talk about with regards to the new update, with regards to fleets particularly. And yeah, kind of just do a little voiceover, freestyle, freeform type thing. So first things first, it's worth knowing the new update comes out on Monday. It's called Always Courageous, and basically it's all about the Americans because the 4th of July and all of that shenanigans. Usual rules apply when it comes to, there is a code, which I'm sure you've read in the patch notes. Fleets, as you will comprehensively understand, is coming, and that's probably the most important thing from my point of view. Finally, the chicken fleet is here. The Council of Chickens will be on the high seas, and we will be raining love and chickens on everyone that we possibly can. So I would recommend that you check out the Facebook group for Fleets and Clans. Go and check out the guys over there. And if you are interested in joining either the Council of Chickens fleet, which will be in-game chick because COC is a rude word apparently. We will be around from Monday, but do come and check it out. It will be fun. There will obviously be a stream on Monday evening, so come and check it out because we'll actually be looking at it live. And we may be inviting people in while we're there. So that will be cool. For the most important thing with regards to fleets, it's basically the first element is going to be the social element, and then later on down the line will be sort of clan battles, whatever you want to call it. Personally, I think this is a great way to start. It gives us a little bit of objectives in here. It lets us build up our gangs and our teams, or in our case, our chicken hutch. And yeah, I'm really, really pleased it's here. Just looking at what we've got, you can set your name, which is already done, your call signs, your emblems, your fleet tags, and limits on tiers and win rates and things like this. So there's a lot of things you can set inside your fleets for those of you that are in control of them, be that the fleet commander and a couple of lieutenants. My understanding is there'll be 2 lieutenants that you can set as part of a fleet, and then from there they can invite people into the gang, and then you can go and have some fun. Very, very easy to enlist in a fleet, and you can earn all kinds of things in it actually, which is really nice to see. It's not just a social wheel. There's a number of benefits that I think are really nice. You can earn oil as part of playing the game as a member of a fleet, and from there you can actually upgrade bonuses like commander XP, ship XP. You can reduce the cost of maintenance. You can increase the number of officers in your fleet. You can increase all kinds of things, amount of steel when you clear the campaign. And reduce the cost of researchable ships, which is always helpful too. There's also big crates that you can earn too. So there's lots of little reasons for you to actually be part of a fleet and gain, because from a individual player perspective, there's a lot of benefits in there. And it doesn't cost you anything to join. If you want to change the name of your fleet during, though, there will be a small doubloon cost, but that's no different to change your in-game name or things like this. So that's kind of normal. There will be, like I said, there's a limit in terms of the size of the names and what have you. You can only get to the fleet if you're at account level 11, which I think comes from playing 11 battles. From there, what you do have is, I think you can get, at the moment when you enter, there'll be 20 people that you can get in, and then you can upgrade to 40 total using oil. And you can have 2 deputies and then elevate members to officer roles, and they can recruit new members as well. So it's not just the fleet commander and a couple of 2 deputies. You can also change to who is the fleet commander if you choose to, if whoever is your fleet commander decides that they what's the word, aren't going to be around for a little while. And basically you can win oil by winning a total of 3 battles a day in any mode, except demos. 10 oil for each win, 30 oil daily limit for each fleet member, or you get them from containers as well. You'll earn 20 oil from each crate, including those that are purchased with oil. In terms of the way the upgrades work, there's 4 steps in every upgrade. So 200, 1,000, 5,000, and 25,000 oil per upgrade. And then you can get up to 12% commander XP. You can get up to minus 12% ship post-battle maintenance. Interestingly, it excludes the legendary tier. I don't know why they've done that. I think it might be to try and keep legendary tier some level of elite, but I don't know about that. 40% global XP extra is great. Reducing up to 12% the cost of researchable ships is great. 4% extra ship XP up to. And then you can increase the number of members in your fleet, which goes from 25,000 oil, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000. These aren't going to be things that people will be too pay to winning to upgrade, but I'm sure there'll be an element of it. Oh, and you can get up to 9% steel as well once you've completed the campaign. Crates in there will be 20,000 oil. So if you're only getting 30 oil for each day, it's going to take a while, but as a gang, it is achievable. It will take a little while. And you can leave a fleet anytime you want. But you can't join another fleet for another 3 days. So hopping around will happen. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Sadly, it's not on mobile yet, but then again, I don't play on mobile, so that doesn't worry me. And there will be fleet battles coming, but they haven't confirmed too much. In terms of what's coming in the campaign, there's lots and lots and lots of different things. While I try and hide things from my try and launch torpedoes just in case in my kamikaze back there. So in terms of what we're looking at, they've called it Independium, which is the event currency, which is a funny name for it. Anyway, Solisto seems to like it. And you complete, there's a mission called Festival of Independium, and you get the Popeye collaboration content. Oh my God, Popeye's here. I don't think it's a voiceover, but hopefully it is. There's more collection crates for the US base this time, and there's a lot of Stars and Stripes random bundles, like I said, 4th of July. You will be able to get the San Diego Premium Tier 7 American Cruiser, and that will be a lot of the random bundles will come out by playing her. And you can also play high tier American ships. And there'll be perm camos for the Des Memes and the Minnesota. The Semper Fortis is all the collection cards that we had previously with the Japanese ones, if you remember those. After that, Popeye and Bluto are here. So I know that Heriak identifies as Bluto, which is always good. I'm pretty sure Marlon is more olive oil, but let's not get into that one because he'll shout at me. We don't have olive oil, sadly. There is a camo for the Colorado that's coming out. So reason to play the Colorado, to put something over the top of it. So yeah, it's let me show you if I can find it. Right, here we go. So this is the Colorado. As you can see, you have a very interesting camo that lives on the side of it. There's a number of different camos that actually exist in here. So that's the Colorado one. There is a Lady Liberty guise, that we've got here. Legendary Commander. Both Pluto and Popeye as commanders are actually guises. This is a special commander. We have a new camo for the Minotaur, so if you like your space camos, that looks pretty awesome. We also have, there's Popeye the Sailor Man. Anyway, I'm not singing, shush. That is a guise. And then we have that's the Republic, another space camo. That one looks particularly cool if you like your Republic, so do check that one out. The Salem is coming, a tier 8. That's basically like a junior Des Moines. And then the San Diego, which I do believe is going to be a steel ship, but I will check in a second. And yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these new ships. I must admit, as much as I do love my American cruisers, I think a little bit of value, a little bit of difference would be great. The new the Tulsa is the campaign ship. It's a tier 8 heavy cruiser that looks good fun. Radar concealment, yeah, that's going to be Des Memes-ness. The campaign will runs all the way from June the 9th to July the 24th. Usual rules apply in terms of Admiralty backing. If you play most every day, I would always advise going for it if you wanted to. Brawl is back for a whole month, or with the whole thing, till July the 24th. What I'm trying to figure out is that it's tier 3 to tier 7, so anyone can participate and rack up prizes. Complete various missions, and then there'll be a dedicated article with the full rules, prizes, and other details next Monday. But it is an experimental version of Brawl, so expect things to change. I've told you about the Stellar Clash content. I meant to say there's a Spaceport Hellcarrier, which I haven't actually put up on there because I didn't have the picture beforehand. Which is a new skin for the Hakuryu. It's a carrier, so not going to talk about it too much. Outside of that, Italian destroyers are now convertible, but epic modifications are in, so you can actually boost your modifications, so you can buy them for steel and then make legendary ones for 2,000 steel. Epic, I think, costs 500. You can upgrade it in the same way that you would camouflage. It's going to make things really interesting, and it stacks every time you can sink an enemy ship. So up to 5 times, so up to a Kraken. And it costs 25 doubloons to dismount any modification. But they can be sold for doubloons for credits if you want to, but I don't know why you would. So for those of you that don't know, the legendary mods are gunfire control system, artillery plotting room, main battery, second battery mod, and torpedo launchers. So there's going to be a number of changes that sort of live alongside that as well. I've just realised that I wanted to look at something. There we go. So outside of that, San Diego, Salem comes, and that's going to be a steel battleship coming to the Forge. They haven't actually put the price in here, but Missouri is reducing from 30 to 17.5. I'm sure you know. I'm sure that if you've got it, you're going to be grumpy. I understand it, but you've had the ship, you played the ship. C'est la vie, it happens. San Diego is a SAP-driven, I'd say light cruiser with a main battery reload. That one will sit at tier 7 as a premium, and that'll be from the Liberty random bundles that drop as well. There'll be the Republic and ZF6 return for Global XP. There's a number of bug fixes, including finally for the Napoli one to be solved. And outside of that, there's a number of balances that come in there. There's also a few missions can be updated as well. Winds of Summer, Lotus Flower, all of the Havocs, the usual tricks. In terms of the Ministry of Balance, Ministry of Balance is an interesting one. They're pushing for Italian ships to be more brawly, so they're reducing their health. They're reducing pretty much across the board. Their HP has been slightly reduced. Their second battery firing range has been increased slightly, and they've massively increased the AP ricochet angles on Italian battleships, which is really good, and it could make them an absolute monster in the right hands. They will be a bit more squishy. Italian commanders get a bit of a improved base trait, and Paolo di Ravelle is being reworked from because he was a little bit overpowered, but his Artisan's touch skill has been buffed. Mimbelli's been improved as well, as has Sansonetti, and pretty much across the board the Italian commanders have had a buff. There's a few changes to main ship balance. Little things like Northern Dragon, which nobody plays, has been buffed all over the place. St. Louis is a monster at tier 2. and has been reduced in capability. Pensacola and New Orleans has had some love. Danai and Emerald have had some love for no good reason. And the German fishing boat T22 has had some love, but still. Z23 and Z46 have been improved for guns and torpedoes, which is never a bad thing. Oh, and the Pan Asian cruisers have had a buff because they do. Oh, and King George and Duck of York have had their citadels fixed, which is always nice to see. So, are you looking forward to the new update? I think Epic Mods will be interesting. I think fleets will be awesome and gives us something new to do and to work towards for those of us that have been playing for a long time. It'll be much more social, and I'm really looking forward to that working. I think the American cruisers will be nice, but I think Legendary needs a bit more love and a bit more filling out. Check out this kill on this New Orleans, not New Orleans, New Mexico. Literally goes around the corner. He's on 5 health. We've already won, but can I get the next kill? Of course I can. So yeah, that's the update. I do hope you enjoy it. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend. I will see you on Monday evening for some ships where we will be messing around with the fleets tab and seeing what it does. Looking at all these new ships. Thank you, Wargaming, for gifting them to us as part of the CC program. Do appreciate it. I appreciate all the work they're doing at the moment. I know there's a lot of things that they could do that they're doing to make the game better. So I'm thoroughly enjoying what's going on at the moment. But until then, I do hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you on the high seas soon. Take care.